Welcome to Vine Reviews. 3 products for you today.
The first is a wireless keyboard. The second is a really interesting solar garden light. And the third is an XT60 solar cable. Let's have a look at them. First of all, let's move these others out of the way. Let's take a look at this first one. This Bluetooth keyboard is made by Omoton and it's the WK001. Here's the instruction leaflet, which is functional. The key travel is what you'd be mostly interested in, and it feels much like a laptop. There are a few marks on this. I've been using it for the last few days and it's actually replaced the Logitech one that I normally use. There's an LED at the top that shows when there's power to it, and it also will flash when you're running out of battery power. The batteries themselves are 2 AAAs that go in this compartment here. There's also an on-off switch. All in all, in summary, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It doesn't flex. It's small, but only because it doesn't have the keypad on the side, you know, your numbers. Just a really good product. That one, that's a 5 out of 5. Moving on to this solar light. It's got lots of LEDs around the outside of it, and it also has a button on the back. Now that could be a problem when you attach it to the wall. There are supplied wall screws. So this, when it's sat on the wall, will actually not enable you to press. So one thing I thought was, does this work again after it's been charging in the day, after it's run down at night? For the first thing, it took 36 hours to run this battery down from the factory charge. But when I selected white, it did come back as white. I'll show some footage now. I've brought the unit outside, and as you can see on the wall, we get a kind of a really nice rainbow effect with the colours. And that was, I thought, just a white setting. And here is the unit, quite close to a door. And of course, where you move it to will give the size of those circles. Very different effect indeed, and quite pleasing in a way. The light is really interesting, as you saw, and it's just that bit different. I would say this is a 4.5, and it would have been a 5 had that button been somewhere else. Moving on now to the XT60 cable. And what this is for things like power stations you may have. We've got an EcoFlow in the house, and to charge it you need to plug in, well, one of the ways is to plug in one of these, but the other end needs to go to a standard solar panel. In my case, I've got 200 watts of panels outside. This wire is 12 AWG, which is rated up to 20 amps. So I'll plug it in and we'll see what happens. There we go, connected on. I'll now run the other end through to the power station indoors. The cable is now connected, and delightfully 124 watts coming through, and we're only at 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's working absolutely fine. The other thing is that the solar cable does come with one of these Velcro straps, such that you can attach it to a pipe or whichever to make the routing better when you set it up permanently. There we go. That's all 3. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.